I really don't have a mechanic shop. This is more like the toy room, um, with all the medals and plaques and different things that I've won, um, riding bicycles and racing BMX. And I started to get into doing some mountain biking, and that's the Giant Fathom. And then with some time trials, my MCR Pro, little wild looking different design. And just a little run around the room. My jersey from the Worlds in 2001 from BMX. And one of the BMX bikes hanging up there. And I worked with Domingos over the weekend, Domingos Lamoglia, and some BMX skills as trying to get back to doing a little jumping. And what do I need to do to, to become, somewhat of the rider I used to be, and get out there. And when I went to Jacksonville, I did finish third place, and on the second day, that's the Central Florida TT Championship Series I won last year, and just a little bit of little motorcycle racing. Sailboat racing. Yeah, competed in a little bit of everything. But yeah, training with Domingos over the weekend, or actually Sunday, for a couple hours. And I thought, oh, a couple hour training class, no big deal. Was I wrong? That couple hours, was it was a pretty good workout. I'm just like, okay, we went out, did sections of the track. He broke it down into sections, and we worked on sections, and whatever were probably the biggest hills to get over, and how to get through them, and what was the opportunity and options and ways of how many different ways we could take that hill. And from running, the rhythm section, and had like 5 big rollers, a table, and then 3 bigger rollers at the end, and run it forwards and backwards, and trying to really get a different feel on how you could run that. Then running the triple, there was actually a quad, and how to get through that quad, where he wanted us to try one thing, and it finally realized after I had run that like 5 or 6, 7 times, it was like, I probably could have doubled in and doubled out. So I got it down pretty good on what I wanted to do there, and then we moved on to another section, and up to the gate, to where we ran the gate a number of times, probably 6, 7, 8 times, to where the last run, it was a complete run around the whole track. So after, I think, 3 gate starts, their first hill is a little, my brain freaks out and says stop. So getting over that first hill, and then getting through the first turn, and then knowing, okay, before I was freaking out at this double, now it's a pick up and over it. I'm not clearing it, I'm just pumping through it. And then just, the next hill. And then as I went through, gate 4, I went through the second straightaway. Gate 5, I took the third straightaway. Gate 6, I took the whole thing. Gate 7, I did it all again. I wasn't at my max speed. At the end of the day, like I say, we were pretty wiped out. We took breaks, but it was still multiple sprints at each section of the track. So Domingos really had a thing set up for us, and he teaches your more advanced. So he's trying to teach that intermediate. He works with the novice riders, and he really gets excited with the intermediate, watching them grow into experts. And and then from there on. So, I was one of the older folks, I would say. I probably wasn't the oldest, but there was a couple guys that were would be in my class that were in the cruiser that were they race expert to where I'm running intermediate. So, I had stepped up in last weekend when I was up in Jacksonville. Had to go from novice up to intermediate, and thought, well, we'll see what happens. And, just had to feel out on Saturday and then just went for it on Sunday. Finished third place on Sunday. I was really stoked. And, it was like, wow, I didn't expect that, but, I made it to the main and, was able to pick up like a third place, and that was pretty exciting. So, and then going off this past weekend, working with domingos, tying some things together, honing my skills, helping me realize what I was doing wrong, and hopefully I can, mentally keep that up. It's things that I needed to know. What was I doing wrong? So, um, that was a great day working with domingos. So, um, we got I got Sarasota coming up in a week, and right after that, Orlando Runners and Riders has their cyclocross event, which will be another 3-day cycling event. I'll be running the mountain bike in the cyclocross event, so I'll be running a giant Fathom hardtail. So it'll be a good weekend. I'm sure I'll need a vacation after the 2 weeks in a row. But just see a little bit about what went on at the clinic. And, I showed you the track. Well, had some friends call me today about going back out on a Saturday or something. And I'm meeting up and doing a Saturday event out there. So, I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see you on the trail or on the track, or, hey, at a Fondo, or at some other road event. Keep the wheels on the road.